Hey guys, welcome to this video. In today's video, as a part of an ongoing CKAD preparation video series, we will be solving Lightning Lab mock exam. And Lightning Lab mock exam is basically half an hour long exam, and we will be faced with 5 pretty challenging questions. So I hope you enjoy this video. Stay tuned. So now that our environment is ready, let's start the test. On this first screen, it's basically just the instruction that we discussed earlier. So the test is for 30 minutes and you have 5 questions to complete within this time. So let's start our first question. We have deployed a few pods in this cluster in various namespaces. Inspect them and identify the pod which is not in the ready state and troubleshoot the issue. So let us do that. Get all namespaces, and as you can see here, this one has 0 container running and it is in the namespace dev1401. So right off the bat, I will set my current context to this particular namespace. Now let us describe this pod so we'll know the issue. Let's clear the screen. Now describe and as you can see, the issue is readiness pro failed on this port. So I think we are sending this request on a wrong port. Let us confirm that. So trap-i port. If you see here, our container is exposed on 9080, but the request that we are sending is on 8080. So let us change this URL to point to the correct port. So I'll first generate the YAML file from this. Name this as enginex.yaml. Go into that file and search for 8080. Alright, here it is. So let's point it to 9080. And now the second task is add a check to restart the container on the same pod. If the command ls, this command fails, this check should start after a delay of 10 seconds and run every 60 seconds. So in this case, we need to add liveness pro. Let us search for that. Liveness. Okay, so this is exactly what we want. Let us copy that. Paste it here and then edit it. So period seconds will be this 60 seconds. It should run every 60 seconds. So let's change that. 60. Initial delay will be 10 seconds. So 10 seconds. Copy this path. Alright. And then the command will be ls. Alright. So I think we are good to go. But let us first delete that old pod. Grace period equal to 0 and forcekill it. Now let us create it from this file and done. So now let us inspect it that everything is running. Okay, so now it is running. Adding this -w flag puts it in a watch mode, so as and when the status updates, you can see it. Okay, clear the screen, go to the next question. Create a cron job called dice that runs every 1 minute. Use the pod template located at this path. The image throw dice randomly returns a value between 1 and 6. The result of 6 is considered success and all others are failure. So the job should be non-parallel and complete the task once. Use a backoff limit of 25. Okay, so first we need to inspect the template on this path. Let us check that. And so we need to create a cron job with this image. Let's go to kubectl reference. And I'll use kubectl create command, create cron job, and yeah. So kubectl create cron job, and the name of the cron job is dice, and then image, this one, and then we need to add schedule so that it runs every 1 minute. So I think this is the correct format. Okay, and the job should, okay, so first I'll just try run it, and then we'll add rest of the configuration. Try run in YAML format and create this file cj.yaml. Okay, vi cj.yaml. Perfect. Now go back to the docs so we can see the rest of the configuration. Job. The way I see it is cron job is basically a wrapper upon a job. So all of these back off limit and everything, all these configurations you can find under a job, and that is where we need to add. So back off limit is 25. Let's copy that. And if you see, this goes under the spec of a job. You need to be careful there. So this first spec is for cron job, and then you go down and this is the spec for a job. So let's add it over here. Change it to 25. What's next? And should be non-parallel and complete the task once. Completions, I think we need to add completions. So under spec completions, non-parallel job, normally only one pod is started unless the job is so. Okay, so active deadline seconds is also what we need. If the task is not completed within 20 seconds, the job should fail and the pod should be terminated. So let's copy this. And 20 seconds. And I think the number of completions 1 is basically a default. We don't really need to specify that. And let us go ahead and create it. cj.yaml. And now let us watch. It should run at least once. Okay, so you don't have to wait for the, okay, so let's in the meanwhile go to the next question. Create a pod called my Busybox in this namespace. Okay, so I think here we have made one mistake. I just remembered it. We are currently in the wrong namespace. We are, I think, in 1401. So we need to first go into the other namespace. Let us delete this. Okay, and kconfig set context current namespace equal to default. And now we should create that file over here. So now the dice is created in a default namespace. Okay, so the next question, create a pod called myBusybox in this namespace using the Busybox image. The container should be called secret and should sleep for 3600 seconds. Let us do that. So, okay, create ns dev 2406. It's already there, so config set context current namespace. Okay, so here we need to create a pod called myBusybox with the Busybox image. Okay, run Busybox restart equal to never busy.yml. Okay, so the container should be called secret and should sleep for 3600 seconds. So let's go to the container name, change it to secret, and then we need to add the command sleep 3600. The container should mount a read-only secret volume called secret volume at path this. The secret being mounted has already been created for you and is called .file secret. Okay, so let us mount a secret. Okay, so here it is. Let's copy all of that, delete all these lines that we don't need, and now paste it here. Really mounts is read only and it's called secret volume. Let's copy that secret volume. The name is secret volume, and this is the path. And the secret being mounted has already been created and it's called .file secret. Okay, .file secret. Secret volume. And now let us change back to the default context or default namespace. Okay, let's go to the next question. Make sure that the pod is scheduled on master node. Oh. Okay, we didn't do that. It's okay. Delete. Grace period equal to 0 and then force. Now edit it. Let's add the namespace here itself so we don't have that kind of confusion. Namespace is this, and the node has to Lipo my Busybox. I forgot to add grace period equal to 0 and force flags, and see how long it's taking. And our clock is ticking here. Oh man, this is crazy. Let's switch to the next question in the meanwhile. Okay, so it's deleted finally. So let's create -f busy.yaml and paste it, and just to make sure that it is on master node, so all namespaces wide, and okay, so this okay, so as you can see, our my Busybox is on master, so that was correct, but we wasted a lot of time there. So in this question, create a single Ingress resource called Ingress routing. There's no much time left, so I'll just go to the resource Ingress. Okay, and we need the host path for these two. Let us copy the relevant one. Okay, so I'm going to copy till here, and there's no namespace mentioned, so we are in default namespace, and just do cat ing.yaml, paste it, control D, ing.yaml. Okay, the name is Ingress routing. Simple. And the name is video service, so let's go to that. Service 1, change it to video service. Host is this one. Alright, and the path is /video. I didn't check the ports, so I will just come back to that. Let us copy for the next service as well. Okay, so the next one is apparels ecom store. All right. On the path /where. And the name of the service is apparels service. Okay, so let us save this. Get svc, and apparel service is on 8080, and both of them are on 8080. So let us adjust that. 4200 8080, 4200 8080. All right, let's create it. Line 20. In my experience, when this happens, it happens for all the following lines. I don't know why. I think this should work. Let's see. Create -f. Okay, so that is successfully created. Now we can just make sure that we are able to send a request to this URL. So let's just curl. Okay, perfect. So it's working. Let's go to the next task. A pod called devpod tind has been deployed in the default namespace. Inspect the logs for the container called logx and redirect the warnings on the master node. Okay, so in this case, the thing is we are already on the master node, so we don't need to worry about that. During the exam, you will get instructions to SSH into certain node. So now what we will do is k logs and copy the name of the pod, and then the container name is logx, and then basically just copy it on this path. And now if you just output it to confirm, yeah, we have copied successfully. So I think at this point we can just go ahead and click on end exam. I hope we get all of them right. Alright, perfect. So we got 100%. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, and if you enjoyed it, please feel free to like my video and feel free to drop any feedback that you might have. Cheers.